What's going on, guys? This is Bray, #1 Scarlet Witch player, and today I'm going to be showcasing some of my VODs showing how I play Scarlet Witch in the highest elos against pros, against higher ranked players. And this is kind of just like a nice tips and tricks video. I'm going to be going into the practice range, kind of showing what I would do in a normal game. And like I said, I'm going to be showing my own game clips. So let's just hop right into that. As you guys see, I'm Celestial 3 right now. With Scarlet Witch, you have your left click, which is this, then you have your right click, which is this, of course. What I have in my settings, in my keyboard, I have my left and right click inverted. So I have my primary attack on my right click and my secondary attack on my left click. So this is my left click. I put as that because I think it's easier to aim, with my left click being what would be my right click. Another Scarlet Witch tip, you can reach from 20 meters with your right click, and there's no damage fall off, so you're going to be doing the same amount of damage. With your right click, if you hit the ground and hit the person, it's not going to do as much damage as hitting the person directly. See how much more damage that is? I could 3-shot a person, almost 3-shot a person, with my left click, if I hit him directly. But if I'm aiming at the ground, it's not going to do as much. I see it's not doing nearly as much damage as if I hit him directly. With Scarlet Shift, you kind of want to use this to get the higher angles, and then you could just kind of fly high above your opponents, or just like just cover. Like I like to play around cover. Like when I use my shift and I go up high, I'm kind of gonna look for cover, and I'm gonna try and play around that, and then use my left click to rain down. You know, I'm going to be looking for the squishies. Which squishies, if you guys don't know what squishies are kind of like they're healers, characters with low HP. So like if I go to like the heroes here, like I'm gonna be looking for, you know, there's snipers in the back line. I'm gonna be looking for a Moon Knight. I'm gonna be looking for like a Namor. I'm gonna be looking for a Psylocke, a Squirrel Girl, any character, like all the healers, any character that is low HP. That's what I'm looking for when I'm playing Scarlet. Of course, I'm gonna be looking at the tanks, but that's not my main priority. If I focus on tank the whole game, we're not gonna win the game, because Scarlet does not have the greatest damage output. With your shift, you cannot get hit by anything in your shift, but Spider-Man can take you out of your shift sometimes. So be careful when you're facing a Spider-Man player, because Spider-Man can really, you know, mess you up, and I don't like facing Spider-Man, so he could be a potential ban if you want to ban Spider-Man. Scarlet has an E. Her E is the stun. It lasts for 4 seconds. It can stun them 3 times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it stuns them 3 times. And it's really good at canceling ults. It's really good at stopping enemy pushes. It's good at isolating rooms. Like I can isolate this room, and then they're stuck in that side, and then I can like push my way in here. They can be stuck in that corner. It's a good way to cover some grounds. Like say like the tanks are pushing up far, I could throw up behind them, and then say we're pushing hard into them, they're gonna have to back up. They might back up into my stun, and then we can get a kill off that. Or say I'm going into the back line, I'm gonna throw my stun like on their back line where the healers would be, and then I'm gonna be shooting at the healers while the stun is there, because it's gonna be harder for them to get healed. Now with Scarlet's ult. With Scarlet's ult, you kind of want to use her ult with other support ults. I personally like to use it with a Mantis or a Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman, if you use your Scarlet ult with Invisible Woman, you can't see the red exclamation mark, so you don't know where she's coming from. All you hear her is screaming. That's all you can hear when she ults. And with Mantis, I like using her with Wanda because I can speed boost my way into their defense or offense when I'm pushing into them, and we can run past shields. We can go way faster, because in Scarlet's ult you're kind of slow, so it's hard to get value with her ult sometimes, especially in higher elo lobbies. That's why I want to pair it with support ults. But Mantis and Invisible Woman are definitely the best to use it with. You can also use it with a Cloak and Dagger. You can use it with a One of Snow. Any support ult that will keep you alive, and you know you're not gonna die in, basically. Like Rocket, I like having a rocket with Scarlet sometimes. It depends on what the rest of our comp is. Because the damage amplifier with Scarlet Witch is actually really good for her right clicks. And I think he's kind of underrated with Scarlet Witch. And then you have Jeff the Landshark. You know, Jeff, you don't see a lot of Jeffs in higher elo. He's not really used. I know a few guys, but there is a good combo you can do with it where the shark will swallow all the enemies, and then you can pop your ult, and then they'll spit you into your ult. And I've gotten a 4K off of it, and I think it's a really good combo, but nobody really plays Jeff, so I don't really get to do it often. But Jeff could be really good with Wanda climbing up in the lower ranks. Loki's good because he could just copy any ult. He can copy Cloak and Dagger, he can copy Luna, he can copy any healer on your team. So he's also very viable with Scarlet Witch. I would say the best people that use the Scarlet Witch, like tank-wise, Magneto of course, because Magneto gets a really good power-up. Doctor Strange is really good at Scarlet Witch, Groot's really good at Scarlet Witch. Honestly, everything kind of works with her except for Penny, because Penny has a low damage input, and she's really not the most aggressive tank. I've seen people play her aggressively, but I haven't had one on my team. So, you could use Penny with her, but she's just not the best with Scarlet Witch, in my opinion. Captain America, I like his ult with Scarlet Witch. Sometimes you can use his ult with Scarlet Witch and not die with it, but I don't ult with him very often. I never really get any Thors in my game, so I don't really get to experience that. And Hulk's just always banned, so you're not really going to face a Hulk. And with Venom, I never get a Venom like on my team because I don't face a lot of Spider-Mans or play with a lot of Spider-Mans. So I wouldn't say he's bad with Wanda because you could dive people with him, but he's just not used at all. DPS wise with Wanda, you know, I like running triple supports, but Scarlet Witch with triple supports is really not the best. You don't have high damage output because usually people run 2 tanks and then 1 DPS, 3 healers. It's usually not the best. But with the DPS I like to have with Scarlet Witch is a Namor, of course. Namor is amazing with Scarlet Witch because he provides that long range coverage. And then Storm covers that long range coverage, gives you a damage boost, makes Scarlet so much better. Hela's good. Squirrel Girl's good. I haven't really had a good Black Widow, but I've seen good Black Widow, so I'm sure she'll be good. Just the damage output might be a little rough. Magic could be good. Haven't really faced that, or I've had an Iron Fist. It just didn't go well. The damage output's just not there. Wolverine's very good with Scarlet. Bucky's very good with Scarlet. Sonic's good with Scarlet. Sometimes. It depends on what your tanks are running. And then Mr. Fantastic is not the best with Scarlet. Low damage output again. She doesn't really get countered by anybody. I would say the most annoying person to face is probably Namor or a Storm. I mean, Storm's not the worst, but she could be annoying. Hela could be annoying. Squirrel Girl's annoying, 100%. And Hawkeye could be pretty annoying. But I'd say her easiest matchups are probably Magic. I think Magic doesn't really do that good against her. I usually always beat a Magic player. I like facing Punishers on her. I feel like Punishers can't really do too much. Spider-Man's, you know, I kind of get countered by him as well because he can go through my shift ability. But I don't really lose against Spider-Man, so that's also because he's not the best. I like to jump a lot on her. I see people mention that all the time. I think jumping around with Scarlet's really good because, you know, if you're like this, you know, it's hard to get like a better angle on them with your left clicks. Well, it's left click for me. I like to be jumping around, so I'm kind of more like a downwards view on them, just so I can hit more like precise direct hits on people and stuff. But that could just be me. That's just my preference. I like to jump around a lot for her. And with Mag being the best tank in the game right now, Scarlet just makes him even better by giving that sword, and I think that sword's really good right now, especially in higher elo. It's really good at killing squishies, and it just makes him better than he already is. So this game I'm going to react to, we went 40-7 using only Scarlet Witch and Celestial 3 lobbies. I was playing with Unsalted Salt in this, which is an Overwatch streamer. He's very good. Go subscribe to him. He's a very good player. And yeah, we're gonna watch this VOD. So right here in Scarlet Witch, I'm kind of just playing behind my tanks right here because the people in the back are kind of a little too far for me to do anything. Like if I wanted to push them. So I kind of wait a little bit with my team until they push up a little bit further. This Gru kind of just stood here and fed, so I was kind of just using him, like putting my left click on him so I can get my charge from my right clicks. Like, see how I get my left click on him and then I'll use my right clicks on the squishies. So we pop Cloak and Dagger ult. We're gonna push him with this ult because they have no tank, so this should be pretty free kills. There's 2 healers down. This fight, with them having a group, they don't have a shield tank to really block my ult here. So I can get some really good value. The only person that can really stop me is Cloak and Dagger, so I do wait for her to use her shift ability usually, so she can't get out of my ult. But other than that, there's nothing that can really counter my ult in this game. And solo tanking with Bray is usually not the best, so when Storm ults here, so I make sure to get to high ground, so I don't die to that. I'm kind of floating high in the air here, but you shouldn't really fly too high in the air, because then you can kind of get beat down. But I still didn't. Right here I ult behind the corner. I don't really have the support ult with me, but I killed 2 here. Killed the Gru and I killed the Punisher. Rocket almost dies there, but we don't kill him. The Storm's kind of doing some damage to me, so I try to back up here. This fight's basically not very winnable. It's just me and the Rocket. So we wait for my Cloak and Dagger to come back. So I listen to him. I go towards the point. I get stuck here. I don't know why I got stuck. I look for the squishies. Since, you know, they're all backing up, there should be some pretty free kills if we decide to push further. But we decided to play back because we only have 30 seconds left. There's no point of us going too far out. Storm has her ult again, so I make sure to get the high ground. You want to make sure you get the high ground as much as you can. Punisher is not an ult, so I try punishing him. Right here, the rest of my team dies. I try killing Storm, but I end up dying here. She had heals. And we end up losing that first point. I come back out here. I have my ult again for this next fight. I kind of fly up here just so I have a good angle. I kind of stay next to the rock so they can't hit me that well. This Gru overextended. He's a free kill. Our Strange kind of overextended and ulted in the back. Didn't work that well. So now it's just my healers B and my Strange came back. They ult, so my Cloak said she was gonna ult on the point. I use my ult here to make sure I get rid of him, so there's no chance of us dying to that. So Storm has to ult again when it's coming in. I get to the high ground, but that Storm comes in for an ult and wipes out basically our entire back line. So right here, this is like a little clustered area, so this is when I'd stay with my team and spam my left clicks. And right here, we just kind of wipe it. I have my ult for this next fight. This Gru's kind of overextending, so I try doing a little bit of damage in before he gets healed. He's getting stunned. So you can see that my Cloak ulted here, so I make sure to ult here. I killed 2 of them. I canceled their Luna ult. Their Bucky was overextended, and then we win that fight right there. So right here you can see I'm kind of getting my charge off the Gru. He's kind of playing a little too far up, so I try using more of my right clicks on him. I spot the Bucky behind this wall. There's not much I can do there because I can't directly see him. We lost our Punisher pretty frequently this first point, so it was kind of hard breaking these Gru walls by myself. I mean, Bucky was helping, but he wasn't really shooting the walls that much. Right here I'm stunning the Gru. He got sent into our back line. We kill him again. Our Raccoon used his damage amplifier. The Punisher was 1. Storm ulted, so I went up into the air again just to make sure I don't die to that. My Strange gets a huge ult here. I make sure to try and kill the Storm before she's able to hop into the cloak ult. Rocket goes in there, so I can't kill him. The Bucky goes into the room all by himself, so I asked my team to come help me because I'm one shot. And then we win that fight. Right here, I'm trying to get to the high ground. I heard that cloak was all alone, so I made sure to try and target her here. But I didn't want to go too far because there's other group building walls, so I didn't want to get trapped for that. So my Rocket places a David James down here. I see they're all kind of cluttered in that room, so I ult here just to kind of make some space. I ended up not getting anybody. I should have went further into the pit, but I didn't go far enough. I should have asked my Strange to walk with me. So that's on me. The Storm ults into the point, but doesn't get any kills. The group's one shot, but Cloak and Dagger kind of just keeps him alive the whole time. And then I just decided to die because that fight is not winnable. Right here, I try to get to my high ground again, look at their Bucky and Punisher that has infinite ammo. Another big ult for my Strange. I'm looking at their Storm, and then I'm looking back at the group. And then I'm going to look at their Cloak and Dagger because she's all by herself. So right here, I try to get a little bit of a high ground advantage on them. They can't really pressure me too much. They can't really get up to where I'm at, other than the Storm. But so right here, I'm getting my charge off the group again. And the Storm's looking at me. Getting more charge off Brew. He's kind of overextending right there, so I try to use my right clicks to kind of get him away from the cart. Right here, our Rocket amplifies us, and then my Bucket kind of just goes it down. And that's how I play Scarlet Witch. Thank you guys for watching. That was 40-7 with 22,000 damage on Scarlet Witch in Celestial 3 lobbies. I appreciate all the support on my videos, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys for watching.